Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, SeKo Starcraft, bringing you some games. Where the hell are these games from? Oh yes, this is from Season 2 of the WCS. This is from North America though. We have Acer Scarlett against Evil Geniuses Oz RC. Everybody knows I'm a huge fan of Scarlett. I think she's amazing and is right. Hopefully she's not peaking because she's doing amazing right now. She hasn't quite gotten those top level wins yet. But she's coming in like the top 8 against the best in the world. That's so exciting. Oz, on the other hand, I've seen glimmers of greatness. I'm glad he's with Evil Geniuses. But I just haven't been hearing a lot of hype about him. I haven't seen that great performance record yet. Therefore, I'm interested to see how these two top players do. Acer's become such a powerhouse now. They've picked up innovation. MMA is just killer right now. I think he's crushing it through the Season 3 of WCS. Scarlett is obviously awesome. Last news I had heard, and this might be somewhat dated, is I know they lost to Team Liquid, but they're also a little bit missing when it comes to some of their key players. Team Liquid also has Tasia. I mean, it's hard to fight with that guy. Tasia is just one of my favorite players right now. Anywho, we've got a Zerg versus Protoss, a matchup I don't cast too much of. Actually, it's not the least cast one. The least cast one is definitely going to be PvP. Because I find that absolutely disturbing. Disturbing, I tell you. As I'm playing a little bit more Protoss myself. Like, it's hard for me to see the loading screen of a PvP and be really excited. At the top levels, I mean, you get to see some cool strategies. People actually do some Stargate play. And it gets different, right? It's not just big Colossus balls like it used to be. But at the Amateur League, PvP is just, well, is it going to be a 4-gate? Is it going to be DTs? Or is it going to be a proxy oracle? Like, those are like the three main builds. So essentially, if you make your own 4-gate, you will defend against most of those and do fine. I generally go for a 2-gate robo or into a 3-gate robo as my plan. Make enough immortals to stomp stuff and just go and try to win. That's just the nature of it. No wall off from Oz. Very common now to see players not worry about walling off. I think this is a scout. No, he's actually got just enough money for Nexus. A little bit early for... Never mind, I'm high on stuff. Nexus is down. Yeah, I'm just high on stuff. Oh, I was looking at the wrong person's minerals. That's why. Haha. Handful of lings here from Scarlett. Could actually maybe get some damage done. I don't mind targeting the pylon. That will put a potential supply block. You see another pylon going down immediately. This mothership core is a little bit delayed. It will come and save this, but that also means that back at home, it's going to open up a little bit for a potential run by. Maybe? No? Pretty good positioning here out of Oz. Mothership core is not great, but the further it gets away from the base, the more a quick little run by will do damage. One sentry on the way, but one sentry could very easily get surrounded and killed. Alright, what do we got back at home from Scarlett? Do we got any type of... Come on, computer, I believe in you. We have speed on the way. I wonder, could she be going for some sort of bust here? She's still producing workers. But if there is going to be a bust, such as tons and tons and tons of lings, we should see it soon. She's keeping up with her injects, obviously. Producing more workers, but as speed's about to finish, that might just be to defend and track down pylons. I'm just so hoping that you'd make, like 20 lings and just go and try to crush face. The sentries would protect decently against that, but it's still kind of fun to do. I like doing it sometimes. Mothership core is actually getting a little bit away right now. Blocked off with the gateway there. Not too sure if the Mothership core just wants to try to deny the third base. We'll see. You can get pretty good damage in with a Mothership core on a hatchery if it's left unchecked. There's nothing that can really kill it if you don't have queens in play. We're actually super delayed right now on a third base, and I think Well, it's an Evo chamber. I was about to say, I think we're going to get a 2-base Spire, which I've seen her do against Protoss really, really effectively. But you wouldn't be getting her melee upgrades, I think, to move into Spire play. Lings obviously take all the minerals, where your mutas take the gas. Warp Prism. So we might see both players go for 2-base pressure. This Warp Prism's going to allow a move out here. There's no Immortals in play yet, I don't believe. Third hatch is now down. Lair is finished. Actually, we get an infestation pit. I wonder if she's just prepping for super, super fast ultraless timing. Ultras are really awesome if you can get them fast, because in a lot of cases, the early Protoss push that goes against your third base and tries to deny it is based around this sentry play and the force fields. And if you can crush over those with ultras, obviously you can do pretty good. Creep spread's decent. It's not unbelievable, but it is moving along. A few more links coming out. I don't know if she smells something coming at her. Does she have the watchtower? No, she doesn't. I don't know if she saw this Warp Prism coming or not. Interesting. That is a lot of sentries. Okay, I guess he didn't really want that one. Sentries don't deal a lot of damage, but that is a lot of force field energy there. And if he just wants to keep warping in, he just made like 5 more gateways or something. Yeah, he's actually up to, I think, 7 now. I think she's going to have to sack this base. These zealots, which are +1 zealots, so they will 2-shot zerglings. I don't think she can take on right now. Trying to draw out some force fields, make it a bit easier later. She did give up that base without too much problem. It's not really too big a deal. Emergency spines. Very interesting. Very surprised about that. Pretty tight force fields. Now the zealots, well, he trapped the queens in here as well. The zealots should be able to get right on top of these crawlers. Run around, Scarlett. There's another way around. You got speedlings. Really fast infestors was the play actually here. I don't think pathogen glands is finished yet though. No, they aren't. All she's going to be able to do is drop a bunch of infested Terrans. Now, they don't obviously get upgrades or anything, but they're going to do a pretty good job here. But Scarlett's lost so much supply. She's losing all of her workers. I don't think she played that the best. Can she stabilize from here? If there was fungals on here to fungal all these sentries and stalkers, I would say there's a possibility. But nope, just a GG. Very fast game out of that one, and such a simple one too. Nothing crazy, just a 7-gate warp prism push. If it didn't work, I'm sure she would have been in a position to Oz had been in a position to expand. So I'd like to say that it was all in. But I think if she didn't lose, if she lost these sentries, maybe she would have lost. Oz would have lost, but too bad, Scarlett. Game 1 goes to Oz. This is a best of 3. SeKo Starcraft will be bringing you the best of them real soon.